That's it. Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Shiva Sutra talks of Vismayo Yoga Bhumika. The Bhumika of yoga is of Vismayas. When you tread on the path of spirituality, the Yoga Bhumi, the amount of Vismayas will be too much, and you will get Vismayas every now and then. Like that. It's all Chakita Mudra. And Bhairava, yesterday when we talked about Bhairava, I was using the fearful form of Shiva. He's frightening. He's making everyone afraid of him and making fearful gestures and all. Even in Anudha Sasrama we find her name as Pashuloga Bayangedi. She's creating, she's inciting fear in each one. Pashus, those who are in the lower end. I should be the all compassionate mother, incite fear in her kids. That's the spiritual thing. That fear is in fact trying to explore yourself. That is the moment you explore yourself. That is Bhaya, Chakita Mudra. So that Chakita Mudra is the base of all performance in that way. So Abhinavagupta, when he wrote a commentary on Bharata Muni's Natya Shastra, he was giving an maybe it can be said as he was taking from tantras and expanding the sutras of Bharata in a tantric way. But Abhinavagupta is studied as an aesthetician in most of the universities in India. But nobody talks he was a tantric. If you detach his tantra background from what he has written in aesthetics, how will you understand the meaning? So today I was reading Rasa Bharati of Vedabandhu from our library only, Kalarigram library. So in that he uses he translated Abhinav Bharati, Natya Shastra and some two other texts and combined it into making it Rasa Bharati. In the preface he was writing, Abhinavagupta's language is a little complex. So novices cannot understand that. Bharata is okay. Then I was wondering why he is feeling that it is difficult to understand. Because he might not be a trained person in Tantra. Because when Abhinavagupta uses certain things, for example the word Unmesha. Unmesha is the excitement which Shiva has when he sees his own reflection on the Shakti mirror. The next thing is that he is receding into himself. That is Nimesha. He thinks that no, I am not going to do this. He is receding. Nimesha. In Lalita Sasrama we find that. Unmesha, Nimisholpanna, Vibhanna Bhuvana. Between Unmesha and Nimesha, the multitude of cosmoses, multi-cosmos theory, are created. And within Nimesha, it's all destroyed. Ramakrishna Deva talks about it. Inside my chid, I have seen multitudes of cosmoses taking birth and getting dissolved. When he was doing his sadhana, meditation, he expressed it like that. Within the wink of eye, universes are created and destroyed. Here, this happens for a jiffy. The entire cosmic creation, sustenance and dissolution happens between the wink of an eye of Shiva. Like this, he has seen the Prapancha, he fell to Mesha, receded, done, dissolved. It's over. And that dissolution, after that dissolution, we call it as Anakhya. Cannot be explained. Inexplicable. Anakhya or Tirobhava. And after that Tirobhava, he shows his Purnahanda as Anugraha, the entire blessing. He reveals himself as Shiva. the Paramashiva. So this Shiva is a lower Shiva, not the Paramashiva, who is getting wondered. Who is that? Us. That is the Prapancha. Who are you looking at in the mirror? Yourself. That's not separate from you. But is it actually you? Is it actually you? The one who are you looking at in the mirror? Is it actually you? No.
I have a question. So when you say that these people did not understand that they were tantric, or the tantra aspect of it, so you're kind of, when you say that they did not understand tantra, because it's such a loaded word, like I'd like you to just kind of maybe say a little bit more, because now when you said this Unmesha and Nimisha, when I touched a little bit of the depth of even knowing the words and then the imagery of this mirror that you said. So when you're saying they did not know the tantra aspect of it, are you saying the whole this theoretical thing as well, or because you are associated with practices? In my mind, there is
both.
Those are practices.
Both.
So can you just say a little bit on that?
Both. When I use the term tantra, at least the person who is translating, I'm not talking about Vedabandhu, I'm just telling you. If you are teaching Abhinavagupta as an aesthetician, and if he uses certain technical terms to explain certain experience while acting is not a theory, right? It's an acting. It's basically acting. So to talk about an experience while acting, he is using a term to denote the experience. And it's definitely a loaded term. And the meaning of it comes from his experience as a practitioner. The Unmeshatva is the one the practitioner experiences it inside. That is the experiential part. So when it comes to the word, Unmesha can also theoretically explain this will be the situation. Like sugar is sweet. Everyone can understand the meaning, right? Sugar is sweet. You can understand the meaning only, but you will not understand what sweetness is. So the term sweet can be taken as Unmesha. Sweet, if you use the term sweet, everyone will understand what is sweetness. That is the feeling one gets when they have a sweet. Right? But what is that feeling? That only an experiencer can understand. So that's what I meant. So when Abhinavagupta uses certain technical terms, people will miss the entire idea of that and they'll translate it word by word and kills the meaning of it. And all over India we have aesthetic, universities which teach people aesthetics, poetics and all. Can you see a single person who became an aesthetician or a poet who learned it from a university? Why?
Boring subject, because I had it in fine arts, I
That's
did
what.
painting, and it was, we literally had to, somebody would just type those, because we want to bunk that class. It was
See?
copy notes. And
It's a paradox, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Aesthetics, when it comes
Yeah.
to, if you translate it into Indian language, it is Saundarya Shastra.
yeah.
And you want to bunk that class.
Yeah.
See the condition.
It was so dry. That
It's-
teacher was just rattling something, and
It's so dry.
we had nothing even.
I just got
such
an
an aesthetic.
got a sloga by Abhinavagupta. I don't remember which text he was talking about. He was talking, it's a biographical one, autobiographical one in fact. Abhinavagupta lost his parents when he was very young. He lost his mother, Vimalakala, when he was 6 or 7 I think. Maybe younger than that. And he lost his father. After that, he started developing detachment, Vairagya. Definitely. A kid of that age, losing his parents, and it's almost stranded in the entire thing. So he felt like he started getting Vairagya. So if one loses his parents after an age, if he is married, the next resort is his wife. But Abhinavagupta was a brahmachari, so there was no wife for him to take resort on. So he is explaining that in a beautiful slogan. He says that at a very young age, I lost my mother, then I lost my father, and then I took resort in a lover. And that lover is Shiva Bhakti. He is equating Shiva Bhakti to a lover. And she came and embraced him. Then I could not look on anything, and he got totally immersed in Shiva Bhakti. And then the sloga continued, that's how we got immersed in Shiva Bhakti, because of the seductress move of Shiva Bhakti as a lady. I'm just telling you to look at this sloka. What is he actually trying to communicate? He's trying to communicate his vairagya. It's a dry thing. For that he is using a beautiful metaphor of a lady embracing him. So people are interested to read that. So in fact, what is he trying to communicate? He's not making it dry. Even though a dry subject is communicated, and he is bringing poetry into that. That's how it is so beautiful. But our universities lost that. So no aesthetician is produced from universities. No poet is produced from universities. I don't think Rabindranath Tagore learned poetry in any university. If it was the case, definitely he would not have become a poet. Maybe he will become a critic.
Universities are created in his name.
Universities are in fact killing creativity, right? Killing creativity. But if you think in the Indian knowledge system's perspective, almost all the systems of knowledge were taught in Gurukula. Abhinavagupta learned aesthetics. Definitely he was a prodigal personality, that's another thing. But he learned aesthetics and he became an aesthetician. Under Abhinavagupta, Kshamaraja learned aesthetics and he became a great poet. So what is that difference? Because aesthetics is not a single subject, or it can be detached or defragmented from the entire system of knowledge and given like that. If you teach aesthetics, you should definitely teach the philosophy. The same thing which I told you just a moment back about Chakita Mudra and all. If I give a lecture on that, according to university standard, you will all get sleepy.
Now jaw will drop.
Your jaw will, what is this? Your jaw will drop. You'll get the Chakita Mudra. Right. But it's because of sleep, not because of wonder. Right? That happens. So here, when it comes to the idea of Abhinava Bharati, Abhinavagupta added, in fact it's not his contribution, the last rasa, Shandam. He was the one who systematically added it to the Ashta rasas. So it was only Ashta. And the zenith was Sringara. Sringa is Shikhara, is mountain. Mountain top, peak. Sringaram. Sringara rasam is on the peak. And if it is on the peak, what is above that? Shanda. You just don't have to think more theoretically about that. Just think about the biology. After orgasm, what is that phase? Shanda. Nobody is interested to be aware on that state. They just complete the act, they sleep. In fact, sex is not meant for that. At least in Tantra. In Tantra, after the ultimate act, the climax, you are just being aware of the situation. The Shanta you are exploring. You can see the churning of the ocean is over. And it's tranquility. And after some time, the waves will start arising again. It exists for a jiffy, a second for those who are very lucky, and for yogis it is prolonged through dhyana, even through tantric maithuna and all. So the Shanta is not something he took from the outer world and put it in. If it is Sringara, and what is the next stage? It is Shanta. And which is the tranquility which serves as the base of every rasa. And from Shanta, all the waves are produced. And all the waves are settled in Shanta. So Shanta is the central point. And that is Shiva. That is Mandhana Bhairava. The Shiva who is churning the ocean. He is called as Mandhana. Mandhana is churning. Bhairava is Bhairava. He is ourself. And what are the Ashtarasas? If you think yourself as Mandhana Bhairava, what are the Ashtarasas? You are enjoying you are getting rasas. You are getting the rasa of sight, you are getting the rasa of speech, you are getting the rasa of touch. All are rasas. All sensations are rasas, right? So they are Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. And Indriyas take all the rasas. Shabda Rasa, Sparsha Rasa, Rupa Rasa. And it is operated to Mandhana. These are 5 rasas. And there are 3 more. That is the internal organ. Manas, Buddhi, Ahankara. Together makes 8. Ashtarasas.
Why Ahankara here?
Ahankara is also there. Ahankara is very important part which separates what is mine and what is not mine. I'll talk about Ahankara today. But Ashtarasas has a tantric connection with the Tanmatras, that is Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Shabda is sound, Sparsha, Rupa is sight, Rasa is taste, Gandha is smell, and Sparsha is touch. All these 5 things, it is taken to the mind. Mind is the assembling point of all these rasas. Where Buddhi comes and says, this is right, this is wrong. This is touch, this is taste. Right? In fact, what is the difference between touch and taste? You touch sugar with your tongue, it is taste. This is also skin. This is also skin. But who differentiates it? Buddhi differentiates. Okay, this is touch, this is taste. You heard a cuckoo sound and you okay, that is cuckoo. And another sound is of crow. And another is some other bird. Who differentiates? Buddhi differentiates. Ahankara differentiates what is of yours and what is not of yours. Got it? So all these Ashtarasas get the rasas and offer it to Bhairava, to Mandhana Bhairava. And he is the Shanta. In fact, the unwavering self, Shanta. Right? That is the entire idea which he was trying to talk through his philosophy. Basically, Abhinavagupta. Which is the tantric concept.
So Ashtarasas here you are saying this Rupa Gandha Sparsha. So this is different from Bharata's Navarasa.
So when we compare that with the rasas, Sringara, Veera, like that, all the rasas, Abhinavagupta is giving this parallel. What is it actually? When it comes to the practitioner's point of view. Foundation. And he also talks about how Bharata put it in. So when it comes to the idea of Bharata and the Natya Shastra aesthetics in that way, and all those theories around that, he talks about the Sthayi Avastha. What is the Sthayi? It's a mood. So when you are in that Sthayi Bhava, what you are performing is the chamatkara. It's called as chamatkara. So the sthayi bhava is performed to make the spectator see that, and it is a performance, and we use the term chamatkara. Chamatkara is chewed by the spectator, and we use the term charvana. Charvana is chewing, like that. And if you can, repeat the word chamatkara, just watch it. It's like chewing something.
The sthayi bhava can you elaborate?
Prabhaji is the better person to talk about all those things. The mood which you have inside, you are projecting it through. So the Sai and I think she knows it better in that way. Sai and Vyabhichari and all those bhava. So when it comes to rasa, normally people think rasa is the one performer actually performs. You are learning rasa. No, you are not learning rasa. Rasa is a co-production between the sahridaya and the performer. If you feel anger as the sthayi inside, and if you technically, it's a technicality. If you are not feeling anger, you are developing that sthayi inside and you are performing. And the spectator who is watching the performance is doing a cognitive chewing of the performance, the chamatkara. And rasa is a co-production between the spectator and the performance. That's why we insist on sahridayas to be present. To watch a performance, one should be a sahridaya. Normally what happens is that people come, they watch some performance, they will review about it, analyze it, they don't have a training what it is. Like the actors, like the performers, audience should also go through training to watch the performance.
There was a speaker that I heard from them which referring to this as adhikari.
Adhikari. Who is the adhikari? That's the question.
Yeah.
The adhikari should know about it. People in Kerala, they used to say that Kathakali is very complex, nobody will understand that. So it's not a popular thing. It's not meant to be popular. The art has two dimensions in one way. One can be used as a propaganda. Like the Marxian understanding of art. Art for a cause. And art for art's sake. That's another view in that way. So art for art's sake, they are kind of criticizing it as a bourgeois art. So art should bring social change. That's the Marxian aesthetics. So Marx also has an aesthetic understanding. Definitely. So if you have to understand Marxian aesthetics, if you are teaching Marxian aesthetics in a university, is it not necessary to teach Marxism? If you don't understand Marxism, how will you teach Marxian aesthetics? You will not understand Marxian aesthetics if you don't know Marxism. If that is the case, and that are taught, and if that is the case, if you are teaching Abhinavagupta, if you want to understand Abhinavan aesthetics, isn't it necessary to understand what Abhinavagupta's philosophy was? And why is this hypocrisy? Then we are not creating our own aestheticians. We are all derived aestheticians. They know about Roland Barthes, they know about M.H. Abrahams, they know about all those people, and they are just bringing their aesthetics and their ideas, and they are teaching us. Deconstructing Abhinavagupta. Like that. Right? Isn't it true? So chamatkara is the act of performance where the role of spectator is to do the charvana. Charvana is the term used. And the term we employ there is rasa. Rasa also means taste. in India, rasa is also having a meaning. If you sugar as madhura rasa. Madhura rasa. Stravya rasa. You got the connection? How Abhinavagupta is making that? How chamatkar is connected to the individual beyond performance. Sparsha rasa, rupa rasa. When you see something very beautiful, we say that nalla rasa it in Malayalam. Rasam is in fact connected to charvana, taste. So if you see something, how is it tasty? If someone asks, they don't understand the meaning of it. So it's all rasa. So if you see a performance, Sringaram, the one who is performing through the act of chamatkara from his thigh. What is the thigh bhava of Sringara? Rati. Rati is the thigh bhava of Sringara. That is thigh. So he is enjoying Rati inside. Rati is merging, communion. So in fact, and I'll just explain. So when is Sringara performed? Basically it's a seductive act. Right? So in the seduction, what is flowing through the person who is performing? Through in his mind. He is anticipating the communion. Or she is anticipating the communion. Only if he or she can anticipate or imagine, visualize the communion inside, or enjoy the sthai of Riti inside, the act they perform becomes Sringara. And Sringara is the byproduct of it. So he is enjoying Riti inside, and Sringara is expressed, wishing that this could happen. Mentally it already happened. Relatable? It's already happened. And now he is wishing that to happen. And in the performance, this is a little bit amplified using the techniques. So what are rasas? Every being engages in rasa. If you look at a rat snake going, and if you make it frightened, if it is feeling bhaya, what is the sai in that? The bibhatsa. Bhaya and bibhatsa. It's getting bhaya and it will show that is rasa. And what are you getting? And it's a chamatkara. You are cognitively chewing that. You understood that this rat snake is frightened and it may attack me, or it is frightened. Through the technique of performance and acting and all, we are just amplifying. That's it. So this is chamatkara.
So Sai Baba, each individual has his own Sai Baba. Is it like that? And
No, not about. Your personality has nothing to do with your performance. It should not be merged with the performance. If you are merging it with, you are not a performer.
the actor is different.
Yeah. Actor is different. You are playing the character. Like Shiva is playing the role of us.
Yeah.
He is Shiva. Inside him, inside me, it is Shiva. Shiva is playing the role of Ramanand and is enjoying the Leela. But at some point, as he is Purusha now, he forgets that he is Shiva. And he starts getting engaged with it. Like the very famous example of Plato's, that there is an example of Plato, the caveman walking